A word for the day. English media agenda on Chelsea. Well, those are what, 5, 6 words? Don't give a shit. Now here's the thing. For this past week, oh my God, if you're a Chelsea fan like I am, you must be pleased or you must be joyful. Because personally, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving the attention. Kind of reminds me of the, Ibrahimovic days, when he bought the club. I was a bit young then, so I can't really say much about it. But then I also remember the times when we started buying players, when he was investing into the club. We were buying players, like expensive players, experienced players. We were winning trophies. He was firing managers. He was selling players. He was buying players, and the media started going off again. Why is Chelsea doing this? Why are Chelsea doing this? But what? We were winning. And as the fan base, we were celebrating. And this moment in time kind of reminds me of the Ibrahimovic era. I think our owners know what the fuck they're doing. I know people are saying, oh, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. Listen, if you're not a billionaire, then shut the fuck up. Because I'm not, and I don't have a problem with, the media wants to try and give like their opinions on how to run businesses. None of us here has got businesses, right? Well, I'm talking about the media. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the media. They don't even have businesses that they run. They don't even have soccer teams that they run. All they just want is, to have mainstream topic to talk about. What's trending? If we talk about this, we get views. That's all they care about. They actually don't care about the best interest of our club, right? So let that not bother you, because for me, I'm actually celebrating, I'm enjoying, I'm having the best moment, the best time of my life. Listen, everything that Chelsea is doing, it's always gonna piss people off. I don't know why. If we're buying players, we shouldn't buy players. If we're selling players, we shouldn't sell players. Like, what do you want from us? Every time Chelsea spends money to buy players, they complain. Oh, they're spending too much money on this player, it's not worth it. Why are they buying this player? They don't need this player. They don't need that player. None of your business, right? And then when we try to sell players so we can have more room for the players we just bought, they have a problem with that as well. Why are they selling Conor Gallagher? Why are they trying to sell Sterling? Why are they trying to sell Ben Chilwell? Why are they trying to sell Trevor Chalobah? Why are they loaning Broya to Ipswich? We can never win. We can't buy, we can't sell, we can't. So what are we supposed to do? They complain we have 45 players, but then at the same time, they don't want us to offload some of the players. Like, what the fuck do you want from Chelsea? Like, seriously, right? Now, here's the thing. They cry about the way we're trying to offload our players, but then at the same time, you've got teams like United. They have players that they want to offload, but they can't offload them. You got players like, teams like Man United, like I said, Arsenal. They've got players that they want to offload, but they can't offload them because they are not as ruthless as Chelsea. They forget it's a business. As much as we can say football, it's emotion and everything, at the end of the day, to the owners, it's the business, and we have to understand it. Now, as a fan, I'm not always happy with the decisions made up there, but you can understand it. It's a business, right? So, for us, people are saying, oh, Sterling shouldn't have said that. Let me tell you something, right? If Sterling was banging 20-25 goals per season, not even that, if he was banging at least 16-17 goals per season, or having like 10-15 assists per season, we were not going to sell him. No way. If Ben Chilwell obviously wasn't being as injury prone as he is on the wages that he is on, we were not going to sell him. If he was to suit Enzo Maresca's play or tactical point of view, we were not going to sell him. We are selling him because they both are on high wages. They don't suit Enzo Maresca's type of play. So what do you want? And I've heard Chelsea fans crying about how Chelsea are disgraceful because of they're banning players like Sterling, Chalobah, and Ben Chilwell to the to under 23 teams. I don't know where they're banning them to, but they're not training with the first team. And I've heard Chelsea fans complaining about that. I've also heard Chelsea fans complaining about selling Conor Gallagher. Why are we selling one of our own? Mate, If you want to win trophies like we used to do back in the day, you do not care about whether they are homegrown or they're not. Let me tell you something about this homegrown bullshit thing. If these homegrown players were not English, you were not going to cry about it. Just because they're English, you want to cry about it. And at the same time as well, if these homegrown players were good enough, they would have stayed at the club. Because let me tell you something. Reece James is a homegrown player. We are not trying to sell him. Why? Because he's good enough. He suits the type of play Enzo Maresca wants to do. Either way, he's just a good player. Unfortunately, we don't get to see much of him because of injuries, unfortunately. Now, Levi Colwill is a homegrown player. We are not trying to sell him. Liverpool wanted Levi Colwill. We didn't sell it to them. Brighton wanted Levi Colwill. We didn't sell it to them. And many other clubs wanted Levi Colwill, but we didn't sell him. If it was all about profit and just selling homegrown players, we would have sold those two players, because I can assure you today that teams like Real Madrid, they're looking to players like Reece James because they have a good medical team to keep him fit and they know his quality. So if we put Reece James on the market today, trust me, Real Madrid, even PSG, they will come for Reece James. But we're not going to sell him because he's good enough. So if you're being sold, it means you're not good enough. It's not just about the profit, because there's any other means we can make profit. I'm pretty sure Todd Boehly is smart enough to think of other means to actually beat the FFP rule without just selling homegrown players. We're selling homegrown players because we think, Maresca does think that they're not good enough. So if you're a Chelsea fan crying about the selling of these homegrown players, you should stop, because if you want to win, you're never going to win with the players. And I've heard the media talking about how Conor Gallagher was the best player of Chelsea last season. No, he wasn't. The majority of our players, good players, were injured, right? Again, that's a different topic for another day. But even the ones that they were playing, he's not good. He's not good to a point where you can compare him with the players like Caicedo or even Enzo Fernandez. I know Enzo Fernandez hasn't really picked up, but you can never say on any day that Conor Gallagher is better than Enzo Fernandez or Moses Caicedo, just to mention a few. So yeah, I don't give a shit about the way we're doing business. I love it. And I like us being hated. I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it. This past week, every time I open YouTube, TalkSport, Sky Sports, it's all about Chelsea, and I don't care. And this is the thing that I wanted to say as well. I'm actually impressed by Maresca. At least he knows what he wants. Whether he's being influenced by the board, the directors, we don't care. But at least he's telling you what he expects from these players. He said, players like Raheem Sterling, they're not my kind of, wingers. I have a different kind of wingers that I want. And for sure, I'm not even regretting that. I'm not regretting that. At least, if we sell Ben Chilwell and Sterling, we reduce our wage bill. Maybe we can end up signing Osimhen, because we know that's like the last piece that's missing in our team. We need a striker. Yeah. So, man, this English media agenda thing, save me the bullshit. Like, I've heard enough. Like, I'm loving it. Like I said, they can keep talking as they want. But I'll tell you something. They should keep the same energy when we start winning. Because I can tell you, we are at some point, I don't know whether it's this season or next season or in 3 years' time, but we will go up the top. Chelsea will remain Chelsea. We will go up top there. And I can reassure you, with Enzo Maresca, I have a good feeling. When my feelings change, you hear me talking about it. But as of yet, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, man. So I really don't care about the media. Even some YouTubers, I've been seeing a lot of videos of people just chatting rubbish. Listen, we don't care. Like, we don't care. You can chat whatever you want to chat. If we are going to regret these decisions in the future, then let be it. But as of yet, I'm pretty sure some of these fans, rival fans to be precise, they are just salty and jealous, because we actually get shit done. When we want to sell, we sell. When we want to buy, we buy. We actually get shit done. And I heard Carragher saying, Why are players going to Chelsea? They're coming to Chelsea because at the end of the day, we're still Chelsea. We're a big club, and there is actually potential. You might not see it. Actually, you do see it, but you don't wanna. You are in denial. You don't wanna accept the fact that Chelsea is coming up top there. Again, if I'm wrong, we can have a different conversation in the future. But from what I'm feeling right now, I think we're good. I think we're good.